Hello guys, good day, good evening, good morning, whichever time you are following this video or watching this video. How are we all doing? How is the Christmas? How is the Christmas was last week, right? I hope we ate a lot of chin meat thereabouts. So this is just concerning technical report, like I have always tried to do, and I really apologize for not uploading any single video for this past 4 or 5 days. That was due to the fact that my laptop hard drive crashed. Okay, that was very painful, more painful than heartbreaking. So I tell you, I wish no one to experience something like this. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is just give a brief recap and talk about something just major. So while trying to make videos for today's tutorial, something just came to my mind. I was like, okay, what if you just do a single video summarizing everything and then compile everything that you've talked about into a PDF and drop it on the group? I think that would be nice. That was my mind talking to me, and I felt that was a great idea. So that is the same thing I'll be doing after now. So I'll just summarize based on what we've done so far, and after all I'll be talking about today, I'll be majorly talking about chapter 3, and after that I will drop the whole PDF on the group. And then after that, if there's any question you want to ask me, feel free, like I always say, feel free to hit me up privately or drop on a group for me to address. Alright, I'm so sorry for not dropping, and I know you understand. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. All right, so like we started earlier on, we said, of course, the paper will be A4 and the font will be Times New Roman. I specifically addressed this, and the font size will be 12. The line spacing, I said, should always be 1.5, or you can make it 2.0, whichever one. So this is the space for font. You can say font, always choose Times New Roman. This is the space for font size, always choose 12. This is a space for line spacing, 1.5 or 2.0. 1.5 is okay. Alignment should always be justified. That means this justified. Okay, so also said the structure of our SIWES report or technical report is divided into preliminary pages, body, that is the chapters, and then the references. And the preliminary pages contain all these with all mentioned. And note that the preliminary pages are numbered in Roman numerals, not 1, 2, 3. So you have to number your preliminary pages separately and number your chapters separately. I'll show you guys how to do that at the end of the video. So we've done all this. This is a sample of how to go about it, and things to put in your, major things to note in your title page. Dedication page must not be lengthy, but it can be lengthy, but at most 1 page, not more than 1 page, right? It's just an idea dedicating, you are not dedicating the whole world, right? So acknowledgement page, acknowledgement the people that have helped you, colleagues, staff, whoever has helped you, you acknowledge them. Table of content. All right, so you can see here preliminary pages are numbered separately and chapters are numbered separately. So I'll show us how to go about that. Then the abstract, like we said, very important, very, very important. Should always put the abstract, and this is just how to go about the abstract. All right, so don't give paragraphs when writing the report abstract, because it's usually jam-packed, as you can see in the picture. All right, so don't give paragraphs, no paragraphs, just leave it to be aligned at the center. That is, justified, not aligned at the center. So for the abstract, use single spacing 1. So for abstract, we'll come here and change it to 1. Okay, perfect. So these are just few things to note. Your report must not just be plenty. Sometimes quality over quantity is what your supervisors or lecturers are looking for, not 65 pages of reports. Who has the time to look into 65 pages report work? People. Alright, so chapter 1, we've talked about all these, and there are even more things I didn't talk about that are here. So when you find the PDF, go through it. So this is chapter 2. We said just about the company, and then note here that don't include images of the equipment used. Instead, list them out orderly and state their various uses. Now I know we're eagerly to put pictures so that our technical reports will just be 30 pages or 35 pages and we're all happy. But note that pictures should not start following in chapter 2. Alright, just list their equipment. If they are 100, list them in an orderly manner and their uses. Alright, when you come to chapter 3, that is where you put the pictures and explain further. This is just like a little way of trying to make your chapter 3 much more plenty and effective in a way. So chapter 3 is what I want to talk about here. Now this is where your major work lies. This is where the major work lies, probably where the supervisor will be interested in. So the chapter 3 is just a summary of activities. Alright, so you can either make a summary of activities or you can make it sections and various activities performed. Now this will help you to actually understand how to actually go about it by saying sections. So since you've introduced the fact that the organization is divided into various sections, it is now in this chapter 3 that you now break down those sections individually and explain them. Now, if you've done that, that is already one. That might cover up to 5 pages explaining the sections. Now, you can also explain the test or the activities carried out in those different units. That might be another 5 pages. You can also mention the equipment and the applications and also impute some of their pictures. You can see that your technical report is already going far. Then you can include softwares, and most importantly, every lab, every unit, every section must have SOPs. Alright, so standard operating procedures. You can also include them, those ones that pertain repairs and maintenance, or how to handle some hazard in the lab. Okay, this will help your chapter 3 be much more effective. Alright, much more. Then you can put in diagrams showing different processes. Like for example, I did my IT. There's one lab. One of the lab I did my IT is called the biorepository, and then there are various diagrams that were shown on how to load a sputum sample. All right. So for me now, I feel that is one of the important diagrams I need to put when I come to my chapter 3. Showing them how to actually load the sputum sample into the Gene Expert machine. Yours might be different, mine might be different, others might be different, but this is what makes your chapter 3 very, very effective and like plenty and of good quality, I would say. And most importantly, I would say that for you to start your chapter 3, you don't start it by directly typing on your phone. You don't start it by directly opening your laptop. You start your chapter 3 with pen and paper by making sketches. All right. So you should just try to see that before you start. When you come to your chapter 3, leave your phone, leave your laptop, pay attention to all these I have listed, group them into different sections, and try to see how to pick them. Because if you start your chapter 3 directly on your phone, on your laptop, once you just get probably 1 page, you'll be exhausted. You don't know what to do again. But if you make a rough sketch on how to plan the chapter 3 before typing, when you are typing, it's more easier for you to go about it. All right. So these are just some rules to pay attention to. I don't want to go very far. Okay. So this actually technical report is something I just found online. This sample you can see here, it has nothing to do with where we're coming from. So the idea is for us to form our own by our own self. Okay. So chapter 4, simply put, chapter 4 carries at most 3 pages, and that's all. 3-4 pages, and that's all. Okay, so chapter 3 is just the major work. So just pay attention to all that I have listed here and the reference. APA we use All right, American Psychological Association style of referencing. That is what we use to reference, and it must be in alphabetic order. The reference must be from the kind of line of report work you are doing. So this is for poultry. Definitely the reference will reflect it this way. So if yours is for tuberculosis, the reference should be around that area, because if your lecturer say that you did your IT in the virological lab, and then he's saying poultry, behavior and welfare, people of God, I did not help you. I did not help you. All right, so just try and pay attention to that. So how do we number our preliminary pages? Quickly, I'll just try to go this. So this is a preliminary page, okay, like I said. So this is Unsuk logo. Whichever school you are in, if to find the logo, just go online, search the logo, and then add PNG. And then once you add PNG, you can easily download it and then insert it. So how do we insert? For example, I can just downloaded this PDF, this logo. So this is it here. If you check, it is labeled PNG. So we just click, right click, and you drag, left click, sorry, and you drag, bring it to here. Okay, so then you drop it here. So it's quite big. Now while reducing pictures, I beg of you, in the name of whoever you believe in, I beg of you, don't reduce pictures like this. Never reduce pictures like this. Okay, it's very bad. It's very bad. It's not because I'm a graphic designer, but it's very bad. Anytime you want to reduce pictures, reduce it from the angles, like this, like this. Always reduce just from the angles, okay? Don't reduce this side, okay? Angles are better. They keep the shape in check. All right, so nothing has reduced concerning this picture, right? So you see the picture is still maintaining its size. It's still being scalable. I would say use the graphic time. It's still scalable. All right, so this is just it for now. And then how do we number? Like I said, so we come to insert, and then we look for page number. So then page format page number, then you come here. So before, yours will be default 1 to 3. So because I want to label them, number them actually Roman numerals, I'll say I have to come here and click, and then start at 1 II, then just click OK. When I click OK, nothing will show first. Then I'll still go back to the page number, and then the page number should be bottom and it should be middle. So I just click, then we have it here already. So this is it already. Okay, this is it. All right, so in case you have any question, feel free to hit me up on how to do other things like insert tables, insert plates, insert figures. Feel free to hit me up. I'll be willing to answer or reply you, definitely. Even if you want to drop it in a group, you can as well do that. Thank you so much for following through. I really appreciate. Like I always say, you have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. If there's anything for you to lose, maybe it's just some few MB you're using to download this video or the PDF. But I bet you're not paying for this. I'm not asking of anything. It's just me trying to learn how to do this in a perfect way. All right, so I really appreciate your presence. I really appreciate your follow-up. Even if you don't follow up through, I really appreciate it. Thank you. You guys have been a great encouragement for me. See you guys next year. For those of you guys I'll be seeing in school. All right, for those of you guys that are in separate schools, see you guys as well. Thank you so much. You know my name.